Hi, this is Rosalinda. Welcome once again to Viewpoint. I'm so glad to be back with you all, and we are coming to you from Salish Kootenai College, Pablo, Montana, KSKC TV station here. And so my guest today is Wayne Freeman. He is the chair of the Spirit of Many Colors. And so Wayne, I want to thank you for coming on the show. It really means a great deal to me, and I know it means a great deal to a lot of my viewers.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So can you tell us, as chair of this Gay-Straight Alliance that has started here at Salish Kootenai College, what is the Spirit of Many Colors?
Well, the Spirit of Many Colors is a college club here on campus. It is a Gay-Straight Alliance, and our membership varies, you know, there are all walks of life that participate in the leadership of our club and in just membership and in the activities that we do. It's definitely a community or a place for members of the GLBTIQ community to come together and support one another in the challenges that we face, in not just at the college, but in living in this community.
And if I have like new viewers that are just tuning in, can you explain what LGBTIQ means?
You bet. It stands for gay, lesbian, bi, transgender, intersex, and I get all of them?
The Q.
And questioning.
In questioning, awesome.
Because what we've learned is that it's not so black and white, the gender, and you know, there's not defined roles, or just saying you're gay doesn't always cut it either. There are people who fall in different categories, and we're here for all of them at whatever stage that they are at.
That's really good. I think it's a great resource. So who does the Spirit of Many Colors serve within the community?
Well, it does serve the reservation. It serves anyone in the community. It serves, the general focus is here on campus for students, faculty, staff. And it's an open door policy where we invite everyone who may be affected by this issue or these issues that we focus on. If it's your children, and you need a support group to go to know how to talk to them, that's part of why we're here as well.
That is great. And so I understand that it could be the first club of its kind in a tribal college here in Montana. Is that right,
Yeah,
Wayne?
to my understanding, it is the first chartered Gay-Straight Alliance at a tribal college. That
is great. So what is the mission of this organization?
Well, we strive for basic human rights, that we are all created equal and we strive to be a violence-free society where no matter what your sexual orientation, no matter what your race or gender or perceived gender might be, it comes with challenges, and we're here to help work those challenges out and to keep a safe learning environment here on our campus and on the reservation.
It's such an important organization for this community, absolutely. As chair of this group, what have been your goals this year?
My goals this year were, I'm a new student here at SKC. I was a new student, I suppose, when I took the position of chair. And my goals changed quite a bit. I was kind of thrown into it. I really had to dig in and learn what the needs here on campus were. And one of those was to make sure that we had policies in place that would help protect the learning environment, so that people would be free to express themselves and be able to get a value and get that piece of their education that's valuable in expressing themselves. So that was a personal goal that I took to the group, and we've worked on that, as well as create just a place, a good, safe place where we can come together as a group.
And does Salish Kootenai College have a clause within the policy about being open to sexual orientation and gender expression on campus?
When we started the club, they did not. We have had we've had fantastic support from the administration, from Dr. Ross. And now we do.
That's great.
As students, we are protected, and there is a good peace of mind there, knowing that we're all able to express ourselves, whatever our religious backgrounds might be, because it's such an important part of the learning. To learning, it's an important piece.
It's really important to stress it because of the fact of being in rural Montana, having a tribal college that has a gay-straight alliance, and a tribal college that is accepting of people regardless of sexual orientation or gender expression. It's major. It's really paramount. So I think it's great. I think that is really great. Has there been support from the community for the group?
There's been fantastic support from the community, from the college itself. Well, I said that, but the community, there have been all kinds of organizations that have let us know that they are here to support what we are doing, such as PFLAG, the Flathead Valley Human Rights Coalition, Doves. There have been several individuals who are so happy that this is finally happening here on campus, that they know that their kids they don't have to go away to a big city to be, to attend school and feel safe, that it can happen right here in our community, that we've come to this point.
That is great. Now, on the other side, has there been any opposition to the group? I personally have had a fantastic experience at SKC. I've had open arms to me, my life, and to the group. There have been several faculty who want to get involved, and who have been there for us to help fundraise the Center of Prevention and Wellness. There's been fantastic support from the community. That is great. And let's see, you mentioned that you're not from here, and where did you come from to go to college here from?
Well, I lived in Salt Lake City for quite a while, in St. George. I came from California most recently, and so I've lived in various communities, and I was afraid to come back here to go to college on some level, not knowing what the climate was here. And my family feared for my safety as a student, and being a gay man in a more rural community than where I had previously been. And there have been moments that I know that I'm not fully accepted by everyone in the community, but that's okay. It's everyone's right to express their beliefs. But here on campus, I've definitely felt safe and felt accepted.
That's great. Did having the GSA, the Gay Straight Alliance, established here, did that help you think that maybe that it would be more welcoming for you as a student?
My first day on campus, as I believe I was here for testing and to register, I saw some posters, or some informational posters that said this club had been organized. And I knew immediately, even if it was 2 people, that there was a home for me here.
Oh, good.
And it was an important part of my decision to come here.
That's good. That is so great. What is Pride Week? And describe what Pride Week would mean to you.
Well, to me personally, it's a celebration of who I am, of who the people in this community are that for such a long time had to hide a simple piece of them about who they love. And having come from that background where I've had to hide that just to be accepted or to feel safe, this is a celebration of that we've been able to reach a point that we don't have to hide that we can be out and love who we love, not to put it in anyone's face, but to let other people in the community know who may be struggling with that there is hope out there, that there are other people, that it does get better.
I like that it does get better. I can remember my first Pride Week. I attended one in Tucson, Arizona, at some huge major park area, and it was just a lot of fun. I come from a small town, similar like Pablo, as many people know, and I can just remember like it was just so eye-opening. It was my first Pride, and so after that, it gave me a lasting impression, which was a very positive impression about community, bringing people together from all different races, diversity, and so it made me feel welcomed. And I just think that they're so very important. And so, yeah, I just want to congratulate you and the club for thinking of such a great thing to do for the community. And it's absolutely important, because if you are the first tribal college GSA here in Montana, it's your first Pride too.
It is.
How do you feel about that?
Definitely. A little kid coming to Polson, Montana and spending as much time here as I did, I never imagined I would be back here at the college having Pride, that this would ever be something that would happen in my life. And so it is a big event for me personally, but I think it's a big event for the school and for the community. The work that happened here even before I came to school here has been amazing. It's definitely paved the way for students like myself to be able to come in and participate.
Great. Well, we're going to be right back, Wayne. Thank you. And this is Rosalinda, and we'll be right back. Thank you.
I fill my mind with knowledge and wisdom. I make decisions without alcohol or drugs. I let go of the things that hold me back. I honor my body by protecting myself. One heart, one mind, one world. HIV affects everyone. Get tested.
Welcome back to Viewpoint. We are here today with Wayne Freeman, Chair of Spirit of Many Colors, Gay Straight Alliance, Salish Kootenai College. Thanks for being here again, Wayne. As we're talking about Pride, what does Pride signify for the gay Two-Spirit community?
Well, I am not Native, and so that's something that I was going to ask for your input on. I do know that the Two-Spirit community is, I believe this is a big step for them to have this happening at a tribal college. I don't know if you want to explain what Two-Spirit is.
Certainly. Well, the term Two-Spirit was a term that was used to encapsulate people of indigenous descent that identified as being gay or transgender or transsexual. And so It's, based on different tribes, it means different things, but the majority of the understanding of Two-Spirit is the embracing of being gay, bisexual, transgender, gay. It is a self-identifying term, and it's mostly related within the Native American cultures. People who are also coming from indigenous cultures as well, and so I think. It's a way of reclaiming a person's identity, but also in retaining a culture within that particular area of gender and sexual orientation.
Which that, just being here on campus and learning about this from several avenues on campus and classes and other members of the club, just the honor that someone who is born with that ability to cross the boundaries of gender and be able to understand both sides and is to know that it was valued so highly, and just learning in other cultures and other cultures throughout history that it was considered an honorable thing in several cultures to be born with feminine, masculine traits and be it's a huge thing to celebrate, that we can finally say this is a beautiful thing.
And I have to ask you this one question on this subject. Before you came to Salish Kootenai College, did you understand the Two-Spirit part of it? Well, that's great.
I had
that now you know. That's really great.
Yeah, I was so excited the day that I learned that. I got on the phone and called my mom.
Oh, really? That is great.
And my sister and everybody that I could, and said, "Did you know this?" And none of them did. But
that's cool. That is really great. What was something important that you learned this past year as being chair of the Spirit of Many Colors?
Well, even though our club, focuses on GLBTIQ issues, we all face discrimination. We all face challenges. And in my role, I've been able to reach across lines here on campus and even in the community to work with those who have experienced domestic violence, or even working in some of the middle schools in the community. I've learned that no matter what age we are, we all face these unique challenges where even though we may be born with the quote unquote perfect life, there's still discrimination for that. There's still discrimination for all aspects of life, that it's time to come together and love each other and value our differences and value our the uniqueness of what we have on this reservation, what we have in these communities.
And I learned that you were just recently in a couple of our public schools working on a social media project regarding bullying. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
That's right.
Can you talk a little bit to that with our viewers?
Well, it's been a learning experience to watch what some of these young kids, what they think and what they find are issues, and they almost always said that bullying wasn't such a big problem, but then individually each one of them would say it's a big problem. And whether it was them personally who was experiencing it, whether it was about sexual orientation, whether it was because their coat's the wrong color, you know, they face these challenges, and it's scary. It's to the point that suicide has become so prevalent. There's a lot more attention on it, I suppose, than there has been in the past. And I think families are more able to admit that there was a suicide because someone struggled with sexuality, where in the past it's been hidden, so as not to embarrass families. So that's something that our club is bringing. We're trying to educate about that issue itself, bullying, and how we can combat it, and how we can take a different approach, that we teach these kids that it's okay to be kind. In fact, that's the name that of the social media campaign was Challenge Be Kind.
What a great project. I'm really glad that you're a part of that. One of the other projects that I know that you and your group worked on was same-sex domestic violence here on campus as a panel. And so, how did that go?
You know, in going into the groups, or the group that we did, they were going into social work and psychology, and I think I expected them to already know all what we had to say. And it was very evident that it doesn't, because of sexual orientation, there are so many misconceptions about domestic violence, that if it's two guys, that it's just boys being boys instead of it being a domestic violence situation, among a whole plethora of ideas. It was very informative, and the club did an amazing job of just sharing their own personal stories to reach across those lines, so that hopefully, as these people in these programs, when they come in contact with that in the future, they'll know how to better help people in those situations.
And so, what was the biggest obstacle you faced as chair?
The biggest obstacle I feel that I am facing is letting people know that we're here. It has been a little bit of a challenge educating and letting people understand that it's not just this gay club, or you have to be a certain way to come and receive the support and help of a group. Even in our leadership, we have straight and gay individuals who.
That's great.
And we really want campus to know that we're here to support their other endeavors, their clubs, and their missions.
That's great. That is absolutely great. Well, in closing remarks, do you have any thoughts that you'd like to share? At least one thought with our viewers as we close our show?
Just be kind and love. That's what this is all about. That's why we're here.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Again, this is Wayne Freeman, with Spirit of Many Colors chair of this wonderful group here at Salish Kootenai College. I want to thank my viewers for watching Viewpoint, and look forward to some new material coming up here soon. And if you'd like to be on Viewpoint, please feel free to reach me. Go to delalunafoundation.org, and I'll be happy to help you. And so thank you once again for being here with us, and have a great day.